And what's up, everybody? It's time for another episode of your favorite podcast. This is episode number 114 of the Prodigal Sons podcast. And if you look around, you'll notice that Elijah's dressed a little bit differently today. He's rocking the gray sweatshirt and the blue rimmed sunglasses, and that's the only thing that I noticed. So say hi, Elijah.
What up, y'all?
Tom looks pretty much... Okay. Let's just put it out there. He's wearing a Batman costume.
Where is Tom?
Oh, you know what? I don't know that Tom's here. Who are you sitting next to me?
I'm Batman.
All right, try to get a little more husky in the voice there.
I'm Batman.
It's a little closer.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
There you go. That's the one.
It's like a 12-year-old trying to scare his teacher.
And Sean, I think it was laundry day for Sean. So
Hello there.
this is not the laundry you think it is.
Good one.
So we're doing a Halloween themed episode. Apparently, I am the random white guy. That's my costume. And Lisa, what are you for this Halloween episode? She's ignoring me. That's what she is for this Halloween episode. Hey, so welcome.
Being a ghost.
Welcome to another Prodigal Sons podcast. Remember, if you like this podcast, click share, send it to a friend. If you forgot their birthday, send them this podcast, and they'll like it. Speaking of which, it's 114 episodes in, and you know what I haven't done for a while? I have not read any reviews of our podcast, and I feel like that's delegation of duty for me.
We got reviews?
We get reviews all the time. I just forget to bring them up.
Oh, wow. That's so exciting.
So,
That's exciting.
and the thing is, like, we recently had a big award, and I didn't even bring it up on the show, but I thought it's about time we do that for this fun episode. Did you know that there are 20 million podcasts out there? And we are just so proud to say that we were just voted a podcast in Royersford. And it means so much to us. So I thought we would celebrate by reading some of the reviews from our fans that come in all the time. Melanie in Sioux Falls, South Dakota says, I couldn't fall asleep without that show in my life. And Richard in Arkansas says, I love that show. I have anxiety, and those guys show me why. And Betty in Royersford writes, those guys still have a podcast? I thought it got canceled. So those are just some of the many, many reviews that we've received recently, and we can't thank you enough.
I can't believe that's amazing that we got voted a podcast in Royersford.
We did, and I wasn't even expecting that.
That's amazing.
I wasn't even expecting that sort of recognition to come through.
And to help people fall asleep?
I know,
because some people can't sleep.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a real thing.
That's so cool.
You guys are too funny. So,
yes.
I want to ask you guys a question.
Yes.
Here we go.
Are there any Philly fans sitting up here? That's just us? Oh, that's right. Sox and Yanks. Right?
Are you all Boston across the board, and you're all New York across the board?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So
I New Jersey, too. The Jets.
Yeah. Yeah. For those of you that listen to us in podcast mode, I wish you could see Dave's face right now. So
Am I gonna what?
you gonna rebuttal?
What can one say?
No, I'm just my question to you is, because I know that like the Philadelphia team plays in Philadelphia.
Right.
So the New York.
Well, no. See, here's what you don't understand: is New York has a problem with real estate because people want to live there.
Yeah.
And so when that happens, you need to expand. But when your city is when you eat horse manure and throw batteries at Santa Claus and stuff, it's just like nobody wants to move there. They try to move away from there. Real estate gets cheaper. Sports teams can build stadiums wherever they want.
So
low blows.
But why do you guys have two teams on one building?
Because
in a different state.
Yeah, and two teams in one building in a different state. What's up with that?
Well, the thing is that unions are really expensive in New York, so it's hard to build stadiums.
You know what?
I'm just listen. I don't know why you're picking on me because I'm crushed right now. Because
We're not-
as a Yankees fan, you expect them to win the World Series every year, like they did in 2009 when they beat the heck out of the Phillies.
You know what, Tom? He's. You know what? We won't go low. We'll go high. We won't talk about a man that hit over 62 home runs and in the postseason was hitting below the Mendoza line. Moving on.
Listen,
Moving on.
listen. Even when we have a bad team, we make it to the Final Four. Okay, we knew they weren't going any further this year.
This is true.
Yeah.
And the one time the Phillies decide, you know what? Forget the luxury tax. We make it to the World Series. You guys do it every
Listen,
year.
I'm just saying, I don't know why Alex Rodriguez couldn't have showed up into the, I'm not saying he needed to show up game 1, game 2, but by game 3, he couldn't have showed up into the Yankees locker room and just, pass the needle around. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Whoa.
Because, he knew how to win. That guy knew how to win. I don't know why he couldn't share.
You heard it here.
Just couldn't hit in the postseason.
I think I'll get a sip of water on that one.
It's because I think the testing got a little more stringent in the postseason. Hey, listen. Honestly, I'm not upset. I'm actually been walking around in a daze because I don't know what to do with myself. The Jets have a winning record, and I forgot what that feels like.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So my barber is a Yankees fan,
Yeah, my barber is too.
and he's like hardcore Yankees, like
Yeah.
you are, and he knew. He told me, he's like, we're lucky if we win one game with Houston.
Yeah.
He was very honest about it.
Yeah.
So Elijah, my question is to you. What are you guys talking about?
I was
over there?
reading something. Go ahead.
We're good.
You guys are shady. Can we get the camera just on us again?
I was reading something. I was reading something.
You guys are always talking about a separate podcast or a separate
No,
subject. I get all confused. I'm getting ready to pass the question to you. And
I'm ready.
You're having a side question.
I'm ready.
My question for you, because you watch a lot more baseball than me, do you think that we have a chance against Houston?
Houston is stacked, but the problem is Houston got hot when we got hot. Not picking on you. Your team got hot, but they
didn't.
Whoa. Your team was hot, but they got cold at the wrong time.
My team
team
was
got hot at the
my
wrong
team
time.
was the hottest team that's ever been in baseball for the first half of the season,
Right.
and then they rode
Then
that all the way to the postseason.
Right,
They were
and then they
they were a
fizzled
bad
out.
team for the last 3 months.
But I think
They
Houston
lost
is,
most of their starters, a lot of their pitchers.
I think Houston is stacked, and I'm going to continuously look at Houston with the stink eye because they didn't have to vacate that World Series that they cheated.
Yeah, so that's where I have trouble rooting for. I think I'm
The
gonna have
AL.
to. I'm gonna have to back the Phillies because somebody needs to smack those guys around. I wish it could have been the Yankees, but obviously it wasn't. So, yeah, all the best to you.
And I was rooting for you guys to beat them for
Yeah.
that reason.
Because it's easier to beat us than beat them right now.
No, because I would have loved to watch the game with you.
Yeah, that would have been a lot of fun. We actually thought that they could get hot and get it done, but they couldn't. Allison came home from school today because she's a Yankees fan as well. She came home and said, "Is it possible the Phillies could be eliminated by Friday? Because they want us to wear red to support the Phillies." I was like, "No, baby. The games actually start on Friday."
Tell her to wear her blue.
So
I said, what's the? We're out of it. You can support your friends' team.
not only are you raising her a Yankees fan, which you're her dad, I get it, I understand. I'm not going to go that route, but you're also showing her to hate Philly,
No,
that
that's
she can't
just-
even support the team.
her local.
I
Her
didn't say
local.
that.
No, thank you.
She came up with that all on her own. I mean,
I don't believe that.
see, the only thing I have a problem with the Phillies is that I didn't hear anything about them all year. I didn't hear one thing about them all year, and now everybody is, "Oh, I'm a Phillies fan. I'm going to get out there and support my team."
I agree with you on that.
And meanwhile, I'm like, "Okay, who's their second baseman?" And people are like, that guy."
But you know what? I can also say the same thing about Yankees fans. Give me the number. How many?
27.
We got 27. But for the time that some of these people were alive, you could say, what was the entire infield of such and such team? And they can't tell you. Who's the right fielder
Well,
right
I
now?
can't-
And they can't tell you. All
I
they can
can't
tell
speak
you-
to them.
But all they can tell you is we got Judge, we got
Yeah, but they
who
don't-
else?
yeah.
But that's Yankees fan. I have that issue with Yankees fans, but it's okay. It's
You don't.
fine.
You don't have to know the
You have
second
that.
baseman.
You have that issue with Yankees fans that live in Philadelphia.
In general,
I'm
all
talking
Yankees
about.
fans are arrogant.
I'm talking about Phillies fans who live in Philadelphia who couldn't tell me what their second baseman's name is. That's all I'm saying. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah, let me dust off this Phillies hat and put it on.
Placido Polanco,
Who?
Shane Victorino,
Shane Victorino.
Back in 1997.
Jimmy Rollins.
But Anyways, so I'm just bitter. I'm bitter.
But you are going to root for them.
Of course I am.
Don't be. You guys got 27.
To be honest with you, I'm not going to root at all because the baseball is dead to me when the Yankees are dead. But that being said, I wish you the best, and I hope that you come back in here and tell me that they won.
Thank you.
Because I'm not going to watch it.
Thank you. You will.
At all? You won't watch it at all?
No.
Why won't you? Joe Blanton is our closer.
I have okay. First of all, I've never been shy about this. I am not a fan of baseball. I'm a fan of the Yankees. When the Yankees season is over, baseball's over to me. When the Jets season is over, usually late September, I still watch football all the way through. You know, I still watch most. I'm a football fan, but I'm not a baseball fan. Baseball requires too much.
So you do like the Eagles?
You'll tolerate these.
Yes.
If the Giants and the Eagles play, who do you go?
Why would you do that to me?
Because it's the greatest podcast in Royersford.
I would root for the Giants.
Wow, there it is.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm not the typical New
they're
York
not
fan.
They're not even in your conference. Like you couldn't. Just
I don't.
Okay.
Like,
Here's
why?
the thing. 2 years ago, I would have rooted for the Eagles. I like the Giants head coach, and I like their quarterback.
Daniel Jones?
Yeah. No, I like him because he shouldn't even be in the NFL, and yet he manages to win.
That is like the most basic name ever.
Can't you tell I'm wearing his costume tonight?
Clearly.
He's thrown like 4 touchdowns this year or something crazy.
He's the fastest white guy I've ever seen.
He's really fast.
And he trips himself. Did you see that?
I saw that.
You remember that from last year?
2-yard line or something
60-yard breakaway, and he tripped himself. Anyway.
It's cool. It's cool.
I got a little, sorry about my voice tonight. I got a little under the weather with the Halloween parade last night.
The parade. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun.
The weather was okay, but it was. I'm glad they did it though.
Oh yeah, I'm glad they did it.
We don't have to worry about tomorrow.
We don't have to worry about if there's going to be rain tomorrow or whatever.
Yep,
but it was like that misty kind of rain, and it was a little
annoying.
cold, and it got me. I think it got me
Almost
a little
like
under
a
the weather.
nagging
23 million videos on Facebook though about the parade. Like,
Are you
it's
serious?
just-
Like
it just-
all over and over
like
and over.
flooded my from just everybody posting
That's
videos
awesome.
of the parade. Yeah,
Look, funny thing.
I
About
mean
the
you
parade.
even posted a few videos of the
yeah.
parade. Yeah,
Funny thing about the parade. For anybody that's listening or watching, when you listen to this, understand if you live in a small town and you guys have a parade and you got kids on your float, teach them to underhand toss the candy. Because the kids on our float was peppering people with candy.
I was bowling. I was literally bowling.
So was I.
Yeah,
but
I was
they were
bowling.
Like, I'm like, my daughter, I'm like, KJ, you toss the candy like this. She's like, all right, Dad. Boom. We're gonna get sued.
You know,
I was like, oh my God.
there's a way to. I mean, that would be under the church's insurance and not the guy who was towing it, right? If he gets sued.
No, it would be whoever float we were on.
I see nothing. I hear nothing.
Okay. All right. Moving right
No,
on.
see, I couldn't see that. I was driving the float, and I couldn't see how the candy was being delivered. It was being delivered two-seam fastball style.
Yeah, I mean it was getting thrown from the truck, especially when we were doing church clap while we were moving.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody stopped doing the candy, and Mary was just like,
I think Emmy had a knuckleball. Like,
Right into somebody's face. Anyway,
I like that sound. One more
so,
time.
That was interesting. So here's the scene, Sean. Last night, church clap. We were listening to music before the parade actually started. You've been there plenty of times.
Yeah, I've been there.
So we're pulled over on the side of the road, waiting for our turn to go down the main street for the parade. And so we're blasting music and everything. And church clap came on. Everybody starts dancing, which was a cool scene. Because you see Batman over here doing the church clap. You see Chuck Tucker doing it. A couple other people in costumes doing it. And then you look over, and there was Jason. There was a Jason mask.
Zach was Jason.
Nice.
And
Zach was Jason.
And he was doing the church clap. So,
nice.
so you guys, what?
check our videos out.
Did we actually get a video? Of
Yeah.
Jason doing
Jason,
the
The one
church
I
clap.
posted. I think the one I posted. Had.
Yep, the one you
Yeah.
posted and the one my wife posted was
Yeah.
was on there. Yeah.
Yeah, horror movie, serial killer, Jason.
Nice.
Some nice costumes
Doing the
out there
church
too.
clap.
That dinosaur costume I thought was amazing.
I love those blow up costumes. I think they're so cool. The guy that was riding the dinosaur, did you see that one? That was cool.
So,
That was really cool.
all right. So, go ahead.
But yeah, so let's talk about these Jets of yours because they're
boy.
just winning and winning.
It was a weird situation
And
when the
winning.
game started, and I knew that they would probably win. I was like, there's no reason they shouldn't win today, and I didn't know how to feel about that.
I got to be honest. I've been rooting for the Jets. I've been rooting for the Jets.
Tom says because I preached the day that I started. The day that I
ever
preached,
since he preached, they haven't lost.
they haven't lost.
I
So
think
that's
you're
4
rooting
in
for
a
the
row.
green.
No, I'm rooting for the Jets. I mean, hardcore Eagles fan. But yeah,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I don't appreciate anything you said about our teams, but
I
thank
didn't
you.
say anything bad about the
mean,
Eagles.
you
I
didn't
like
really
the
say
Eagles.
much of anything.
I like the Eagles.
He just
Pick the
brought up-
Giants over because of Daniel Jones.
There's 2 teams I like better than the Eagles. It's 28 teams I like worse than the Eagles.
So we're third.
We're third.
Jets, Giants. Well, 2 years ago we were second.
Yeah, so you're slipping. When Nick Foles was the captain of that ship, it was firm number 2. Didn't mean it to come out that way, but that's the way it came out.
The light went off so late.
I got
The
it.
light went off so late. I tried to be subtle about my laughing, but he just made it obvious.
Oh yeah, that was yep, I get it.
I realized today I'm the only member of my family that's not in school.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know, but I stayed home because I had a man cold today. Which you know what that is, right? It's
Are you like that?
It's the worst cold that ever has been ever.
Are you one of those?
I try not to be now because my wife makes fun of me for it. So
She should. You absolutely should. Do not let him get away with. No man, and I know I'm gonna get hated. No man should get away with being a big baby when they're
I wasn't
sick.
a big baby.
If my wife was on, she would tell you
Is that clear?
I am the number one baby when
That
I'm
is
sick.
so.
I am a big
bad.
baby.
We don't need her to tell us that.
That is so bad. Like
Big
if I
baby.
get sick and there is someone here to take care of me, I'm like, listen, I don't feel good. You know I'm sick. If I need you, I'll call you.
Oh, I get
You don't have
whiny.
to- you don't have to wait on me hand and foot.
She has to wait on my hand and foot.
It's like, could you just give me a cup of tea and I'm good? A cup of tea and something to drink. If I need anything else, I'll call you. If not, you don't have to keep coming.
I'm like,
up.
baby, where are you? I don't feel good. Why haven't you been here in 5 minutes?
She's like, I'm sitting next to you on the couch.
I'm holding your hand.
You're not rubbing my head.
Tom's like, hold on, let me put on my glasses. Oh, there you are. I see you now.
Oh man!
No,
Can you
like,
give me my
I can't.
Batman
Like,
costume?
even when I ruptured my Achilles and I was laid up in the bed, like I'm. It's nothing I can do. Like, just leave me be. Just leave me be.
Most guys are babies when they're sick.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You're definitely in the minority on this.
I don't understand it.
Because we don't have a choice.
Yes.
We have kids at home, and we're the only ones there to deal with it.
So when you
But even before
when you're
that-
married to a nurse, you learn to hide those feelings about that this is the worst sick that there's
Yeah,
ever
you
been.
better.
You just suck it up because
Which is the reason why I don't complain about driving around you. I've learned my lesson. I don't say, oh man, I got to drive to New Jersey. You're like, oh yeah, try driving to the West Coast,
yeah.
and then right back. It's like you're right. You're absolutely right.
But this morning I stayed home. Actually, I went to work for a couple hours. But this morning I saw one kid get on the bus, the next kid get on the bus. I went to work for a couple hours, came home. The third kid got on the bus, and then the wife went and opened her textbooks and started doing school. And I went over and peeked at what she was working on. This was the name of the book that she was studying. It's called It took me 3 chances. It took me 3 times to figure out what the word was that she was studying. The textbook's called Pharmacotherapeutics for Advanced Practice.
That's a good read.
that sounds horrible.
It took me 3 times to figure out how to say pharmacotherapeutics. So, anyway,
I have a copy in my bathroom by the
Probably-
magazines.
I'm not interested in going back to school.
That's kind of like what my wife is on a lot of business because she works from home, so she's on a lot of business calls. And 90% of her conversation, I don't even understand the language she's speaking at all. And then the other 10 is all codes like, yeah, man, yeah, the B777C. I'm like, what?
All right, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be that guy.
Do it.
9 times out of 10, you don't understand, but the other 10 times is what?
I'm not listening.
That's when he's sick. When he's sick and he's like, "Hi, can you get off the phone?"
So that's 19 times we're talking about.
Yeah. The line, I told you that already, happens a lot in my life. Like, well, was I watching TV?
I'm there too. The age is getting to me too. I'm like, hey son, did you know? He's like, you told me that already, and I just want to drop kick him. I just want to drop him because he's got that smug look, but whatever, it's okay.
So Sean pre-show started talking to me about Virginia.
Virginia, yeah, I'm going.
And I just told him to shut his mouth and bring it up on the show because I need to talk to you about Virginia.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
So I'm going the week between Christmas and New Year's. I'm taking the kids. I got a private cabin in the woods down in Virginia. Is there something I need to know?
Sounds like a great idea. So you just thought that it would be a good idea to get away and kind of
Unplug.
enjoy nature and unplug a little bit?
A little bit. No internet, no phone.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea right now, doesn't it?
Does.
So Lisa and I last week, we're going to rent a little cabin in Virginia. Let me tell you the actuality versus the expectations about a cabin in the woods in Virginia. So Lisa and I we're driving down to a wedding in North Carolina, and we took our little BMW convertible. Yeah. I call it cheap. Other people call it vintage. So we took that down, did Skyline Drive, did the Blue Ridge Mountains, and then we went to this Airbnb, which I found online. It had excellent reviews. A couple of the reviews said you needed a 4-wheel drive vehicle to get in, but I think people are babies, and I was like, it'll be fine. We ran out of cell reception about 2 hours before we got to this place. We get to the turnout on the road where it is, and we proceed to drive 1.9 miles into the woods. 1.9 miles into the... Do you know how long 1.9...
I do.
It's here to Collegeville. It's here to the Wegmans in Collegeville. Is 1.9 miles into the woods in a little BMW. We cross a stream. We hit some rocks that scrape the underside of the car, whatever. And we're like, where are we and where are we driving to, on this road? And we get back there and we find there's like this big house. And we're like, oh, okay, this is safe again. Like, this is like, there's a big house and whatever. People just have this land.
The 3 guys on the porch playing banjos. Ding, 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 ding.
You are the 9th person to make that joke.
He beat me to it.
There's this big house, and I was like, okay, all right. They drive a Honda. Like, it's cool. Like, we're in civilization again. And they have this gigantic, like, pavilion area. And then they have this, like, big pole barn. And then back behind all that stuff was this little tiny cabin in the woods. And we're like, oh, this is peaceful. This will be nice. And by the way, it's like, 5:30. It's going to be dark soon. We had no food, no water. So we were going to, like, find this place and then try to venture back out and see if we can, anyway. So we go into this cabin, really nice little place. Smaller than like the room that we're in right now, but nice little place. And Lisa goes, oh, look, they left a guest book for us to like see what's around in the area.
God.
And I open it. And it's not so much a guest book and what's around in the area, but it's talking about the owner of the property that we're on and how he is... An interesting thing happened to him when he found out that he was God's one true prophet on earth and that he has the ability to, to make miracles and foresee the future, and that, there are many people in his cult following that we are welcome to be a part of. And he's sleeping right next door. And, if he's the only person around who can hear us scream. And so I was just reading about how he hears directly from God, and he's the only one. Jesus was also a prophet, but he's in the long lineage of God's prophets on earth.
I have my hand raised.
Yes, sir.
Did you guys drink any Kool-Aid when you were there?
I'm pretty sure it was going to be on the agenda from that guy, and. All I would know is the more I read, the more freaked out I was getting. My blood pressure was going up. The heart rate was going. And Lisa's like in the background, like, I know he's reading something because he's very locked in on it. And I just look at her and I was like,
You gotta get out of here.
I was like, just with the eyes, I was like, we're leaving.
Did you guys leave?
Oh, yeah. She goes, because all I'm picturing is it's about to get dark really soon. 2 miles into the woods dark really soon. And we're going to like wake up in the middle of the night and this guy's going to be over our bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At what point
Absolutely.
did you realize there was no locks on the door?
Absolutely.
There's no lock on it. It's just
So
Skeleton
yeah,
keys
I
and
was
everything.
afraid to say anything out loud based on all the reading that I had done. I was afraid to say anything out
'Cause he can
loud
hear
because I figured it was
I'm
like
sure there's bugs in the room.
I figured it was
Just got
tapped.
a lot of mics.
I figured there was little bugs and like video cameras and stuff in there. And so I just said, "We need to go to the car. Let's go." And we hightailed it 2 miles out of the woods. It was the funniest phone call when I had to call Airbnb back for a reservation or for a refund though. Because it was, what's your reason for cancellation? Well, you see, he was God's one true prophet on earth, and I was afraid of him.
Yeah, I would have been scared.
But wait, did you call for the cancellation, or you just?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I called to get
What
the money
was the
back.
reason? What'd you say?
I said it was one of their click down menus. They said so we can just say that you didn't feel safe at that property, and I was like, yep, you can say that. So they gave us a refund.
Man, you would
You should have taken a picture of this,
Of what?
of what you were reading.
No, they wouldn't have let him escape.
I
with
should have
the-
taken a picture of it.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't
He
think
was
about
wa-
it.
Glad
He
you
was
didn't.
watching on camera,
He was
Dave.
watching. Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
It
You
would have been an arrow through the neck.
I'm glad.
As soon as you went to click it, right through the neck.
Well, and here's what I was thinking too. It was like I was we were dressed as two white people would be driving a BMW through the
like a yuppie. Like a
I
yuppie
was totally dressed yuppie, had the sweater with the collar and all that stuff.
Did you have an ascot on?
Ascot.
And pulled up in the BMW, and I was here. I'm thinking this guy's like, cha-ching! I found another, a couple more followers for
The
my.
hills have eyes.
Yeah, so I was like, we need, and in here, like now, I'm afraid we're gonna get stuck on the way out, like on one of the things we grounded out
And
on
you
the way.
scared dude was gonna come up with the tobacco in his mouth, spit, leave him so shoes.
So like, why are you leaving?
When you were reading that, you didn't have anything unloaded yet. Everything was still in the car.
Everything was still in the car. Yeah.
So you're not. See, usually when I get to the place,
You
I
just
bring
take
everything
everything.
with me.
See,
yeah.
so I'm one, it was we parked right outside, but two, like I'm a big believer in when I travel, like checking out the room first.
Absolutely.
I don't want to bring the bag in, whatever, and then find the rats, and then have to haul everything out
Do
or
you-
whatever.
Find
do
a body in the bed.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
nope, out.
Here's a true question.
Yeah.
Do you park where you have to pull out, or do you park where you have to back out?
Especially when we got to that cabin, I made a U-turn, backed it in so I could pull straight
My
out.
man.
Yep.
My man.
Now, the funny thing was, I didn't even do that consciously. I just did that because I was like,
Instinctively.
He read the manual.
yeah. So yeah.
Wow.
So that's an arrow right through the neck.
Sean, have fun.
So
Yeah, see,
hey, Sean, did you happen to find this cabin in Virginia on Airbnb?
I did not.
Okay.
It's a
yeah.
resort. It's a
Yeah.
resort.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
here's
in
the
the
man-
woods, but there's like a resort right.
I probably should have talked to you
Here's his
before I booked
manifesto.
this.
Yeah,
Here's the
next time we know.
manifesto. right
Yeah.
there.
Would you like some literature that you could read up on before you
Yeah,
go?
if I could get so I can
Is
prepare for my trip,
Some advanced prep.
see which kind of white Nikes I need to go buy, and what flavor.
Wow,
Kool-Aid
dude,
I
that's
need.
crazy. I've never heard of such a story.
Yeah, so we stayed at we drove on to Lynchburg and we stayed in Lynchburg in a hotel because I was done with the whole cabin.
Did you go to the Church of the Nazarene in Lynchburg?
Is there one?
There is.
Oh yeah, we went.
Yeah, Stephen Willis's church is out
Yep,
there.
we did that
Twice.
twice.
Yeah.
Yep. That was done.
Check that off the bucket list.
No, other than that, we had a great trip and we didn't get murdered.
I'm not a woods person. I can't.
I like the woods, but apparently I like the woods that I know that they're going to be.
So I guess there's no way we can have that guy on the show. Is that what you're saying? You didn't talk to him?
you
I'm
want-
pretty sure we could get him on the show. He's
you really-
he's a published author. We could just ask. He'll
Do you
probably
really
do it.
want him on the show to reach the masses?
Well, the interesting thing was, I mean, we might get some different reviews then, but it said that his dad had fallen on hard
Yeah,
times.
That's a good point.
His dad was also God's one true prophet.
How can
And-
it be more than?
Yeah, because there's one at any given time. They transfer power.
Different errors.
Yeah, they hand over. No, they just hand over the power like the royal family.
You know what?
And
I'm going to get in that capsule because I want to be Captain America too. Can they just hand me over the power? Can I just be Captain America?
yeah, I mean, when that guy's done with it, I don't think he's done with it yet, though.
Okay.
But yeah,
Whatever. That's
So.
I don't do the woods.
I mean, you
Sorry.
should have saved that story till the end.
oh, I thought this was the end.
I don't even know where to go from that. That was just
I'm done now.
mind blowing.
Can we do a game? Because I'm scared.
Like you didn't make any of that up. Did you read any of this?
Yeah. Yeah, she can.
I think she can remember more.
You can
than
ask my
do.
wife, Lisa.
There's a website available as well, Tom. I'll share it with you.
Off air. Yeah.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a story.
No,
Yeah, that's
no,
something.
I don't know. I feel like Tom was going to read
So
it.
were
and
you
then
not-
start
No,
reading
Well, here's the
and
thing.
reading
So
and
here's the whole conversation we had after. I was like, we could have stayed there all night and it could have been absolutely fine. It was like, it might not have been bothered, whatever, might have woken up in the morning and been fine. But I was like, I know that at midnight, I'd be wide-eyed, staring at the ceiling, and every little sound that came out of the woods, I was like, yep, that's the end.
Y'all
That's
wake
the
up.
end. He's going to kill me.
They wake up, they smell breakfast, you go outside.
It's
Who's
Lisa.
cooking? Our last guest. What? The cars on cars on cinder blocks.
No, yeah. Oh, we happen to notice that you got 4 flat tires there. I guess you'll be staying a little longer.
Dude's got the knife picking his nails. We got to.
So, were you going to talk about this, or you got it from when he said that?
Oh, I was absolutely going to talk about
Okay,
this.
good. Wow. Well, that's episode 114. Sean, pray us out. Pray a long one, Sean.
Why did you decide to be Batman for Halloween?
Honestly, that's a good question. So last year I was Lego Batman,
Oh,
and Lego Batman was a big hit. People were like Batman, Batman. So I was like, I'm gonna be Batman again this year, but I'm gonna get a nice costume. And
Shane, I'll
hit
send
on
you-
Batman. But next year we're doing
Yeah, we all got to do like
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah, we're doing
characters.
Marvel characters next year.
Yeah.
My grandson wants to be part
Shane,
of that.
I'll send you the details. On
You
that
could be
being big.
Professor X.
Okay, because he's bald.
His wife said no.
Beast.
His wife Lisa said no.
Beast.
Make him blue.
Wait, we're doing Marvel?
Yeah.
Isn't that the? I mean,
X-Men-
it could be like
X-Men's-
anything.
X-Men's Marvel too.
I'm gonna be Wolverine because I'll have the muscles by then.
I'm done.
That's it. That was 114, folks. Have a good night.
You could be.
And I can grow like this part of my beard out.
I mean, nobody
you
can
have to
take
grow a
nobody
beard.
can take mine. I'm Black Panther. That goes without saying.
I mean, yeah. I thought that's what you were this year.
What kind of? Oh,
Who said last night I should be who? Who said that? Crystal said what? What did she say?
she said. Oh, I can't remember what she said.
Thanos.
Thanos.
Who's Thanos? See a good looking
Who's Thanos?
I don't even know
I
how to
won't
spell
even
that.
describe
have to
what
look
his
it
chin
up.
looks like.
You know how to spell it?
Yeah, I
He's
speak.
the bad guy.
You speak what? Go
I
ahead.
speak Greek. I know how to spell it. So he's a bad guy. Oh man, he's hideous. Big muscles though. I'll take it.
Yeah, he's got a. Rugged,
I'll be honest. It kind of looks like me.
He's got a. He's got a rugged chin.
I thought you were on your Facebook right now.
Oh, that's not nice. I'm not gonna lie. I could totally pull that off. I actually might have to gain weight for this role though.
They told you. Crystal said he should
That's
be.
pretty good.
Crystal said Tom should be Nightcrawler.
Yeah, I could see that.
Nightcrawler. Oh boy.
I could see that.
Are you going on my Facebook?
He's a religious character too. So.
Nightcrawler X-Men.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, it looks like Ben Stiller. That's rough. That's not a good look.
The one from X-Men First Class probably came up.
I like it.
That's not a good look.
Maybe.
I like it.
That's a little creepy.
I like it.
I'm not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that.
Dave is now telling me what I'm
You're
going
not
to
doing
do
that
and not do. For a
Fine,
Halloween
fine. Be
costume.
Nightcrawler. Okay. See if anybody understands that one.
Should be Gambit.
See, that's the thing with Marvel. I don't know any of these characters
I don't-
that you speak of.
That's good. That's a good character.
That's the card guy,
Maybe I'll
right?
do Sabretooth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Marines, brother. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. We sound like nerds. We speak in a
I'm
different
sorry.
language.
Yeah, I have
apologize.
no.
We're a different podcast.
I've never even heard of these people.
Guess what? They have a separate
These
podcast
characters.
for
Sorry. What happened to Superman?
that. That's DC. That's not Marvel.
We should do DC.
Why is all there is Superman?
Or Spidey.
Spidey
He's
is Marvel.
now Marvel.
Yeah, he's now Marvel.
He
Well, they
can
split.
burn
They
Marvel,
split
but not
rights.
for the movies.
No, they split the rights. They're Marvel.
You could be Black
yeah.
Spidey.
That was
Miles
Venom.
Morales.
Oh, that was Venom.
He has a name.
That was Venom, and he was a bad guy.
You're not a bad guy.
He called me Black Spidey.
He did well. Miles Morales. I mean, I would have really said Miles Morales because I would know where you're at.
Oh,
Black Spidey.
before we go on to the game, Elijah, can you help us out here?
What's up?
And I have a feeling I know which way you're going to go, and I'm willing to accept being wrong.
Okay.
But something happened a couple of weeks ago, and I think it needs to be discussed.
All right.
So these guys came over for Elijah and Tom came over for a couple of games, football games.
I'm with Tom, but go ahead.
I figured you were. At my house.
Let me take my mouse away over here.
These guys came over for a couple of games, and apparently Tom had a little bit of a breakdown when the Eagles game came on, and he didn't like my remote control.
Tom was not alone.
I love Dave, but Dave has got to be the most annoying person to watch a game with when it comes to the remote.
I have some reasons which I'll explain, but go ahead. Let's. So he doesn't like. I don't like to watch commercials. So what I do is anytime there's a good play on the game, I back it up and watch the play again.
Because
there's no such thing as replay.
Yeah, because they don't replay the good play right away a couple times.
But would you
times.
would you rather
And
watch
then not only no, don't
get exact.
Yeah, that's not only. Yeah, he doesn't just rewind the play, right? Then he starts like
frame by frame?
Yeah, frame by frame, and then he'll start like mouthing what what it looks like they're saying. Like he'll come with the whole script, like, oh, look at his face, and then he'll start saying things, and then real slow, and then after he does that, he rewinds it again. And by the time you start watching football again, a quarter's gone.
All right.
He's over there doing this with the remote. Wow,
like
West.
six slinging.
Oh, it's so bad.
My question is,
he's quick with this, like,
yeah.
And I will say this. That what I realized was I'm going to watch my game my way, and if you're over for the Eagles game, I'll hand you the remote and you watch it your way. But Sean, I don't know.
Why are you bringing me into this?
I'm going to grasp onto you as the last ray of hope. Would you rather watch a good play 3 times and then go frame by frame to watch the guy jump over a defender into the end zone, or would you rather watch
There we go. I guess.
Don't answer that yet.
Hang on. Or would you rather watch the commercial about $6.99 Domino's lava cakes?
Okay, now let me translate what he's saying.
Okay.
Would you rather watch the play 3 times and then watch the replay that they actually play another 3 times?
Only 2 times if they replay it. I like my replays better.
So let me add on to what Tom just said. Wait, let me add on what Tom said.
Throw it at me. Wish you want to add to this conversation?
Would you want to watch the play 3 times, then watch them watch it 3 times, or allow the commercial to go so you can take a breather, go to the bathroom, grab something to eat, and just come back and get set for when the game comes back?
Oh.
So I have a question. Can I add a question to add on to all these?
No, you got to answer.
No, just answer the question.
I need more clarification.
Go ahead, please. I would love to
Are
clarify.
you interested in Tide commercials?
No.
Okay. Are you interested in Geico commercials?
No.
Progressive?
He has his
Liberty
own
Mutual.
question. He has his
Okay,
own
sorry.
question.
Okay.
Sue was a national treasure.
Is there an option where you like leave the room and go to the bathroom and just keep rewinding and playing while you're not even in the room? Is that an option?
I don't think so. But also there is a pause button. If you need to get up at any time to go to the bathroom, you can just hit pause no matter where.
Pause
no matter where.
Can we ask the boss of the house?
You know how like when
She's
you
gonna
rewind
understand.
something, like the blue section is the live, and then you're here. When I got to his house for the Jets game, it was
That is
literally
not
in the
fair.
fourth quarter,
No.
and he's still rewinding in the first quarter.
No.
And then you know what he did? He rewound the whole game so we can see the first play. He's like, "Oh, you should have seen how this game started. Let me show you."
Okay. You're going to feel bad in a second. Because the reason I wasn't live on the Jets game was because I left during the Jets
Luckily,
game.
I showed up at his house, and his kids had to call him.
I left during the Jets game to go help a friend who needed help.
He invited us to his house
And left.
So go ahead.
Okay.
But at least he trusts you enough.
He
to be at his
wasn't
house when he
there.
wasn't home.
I didn't. He sat outside until I got home.
He called me. He's like, "Don't you dare go in my house."
And then the reason
Arrow to the neck.
the reason he's saying I was backing up, I actually wasn't. I was fast forwarding all the stuff that I would have watched because I knew we needed to end the Jets game and get to the Eagles game.
That's not true.
Well, how do you think we went through an hour of game in 4 minutes?
Oh man.
I got back and it was the end of the second quarter, but it was like 3:45. I fast forwarded through everything. You weren't noticing that every play was being fast forwarded?
No, I was noticing the
Excuse me, producer.
No, she's out.
Are we?
She's gonna throw stuff at us.
Is Dave allowed to have more than one television in the living room?
No, he already talked about that. Remember, he said he wants to hang a little 12-inch screen in the corner so we can watch our Eagles games.
But he doesn't run the house. I'm asking.
That's
Lisa.
true. That's true.
He's got an iPad or tablet right there.
Yeah, you can watch the Eagles on this one.
I've been watching the Eagles on my phone, other than coming to your
Okay.
house.
Okay.
I'm gonna
watch it on there.
No, let's get the ruling and get this over with, and then we'll play a game.
So to answer the question, how I would handle it, I'm gonna go with the mean. I just switch to another game. I hate the commercials too, so I switch to another game and then switch back. I couldn't do the whole rewind and replay.
I like that.
How do you think
would
you
do
won?
that.
Tom's looking at me like he won.
How did I not win?
He didn't. He said he switched to something else.
Yeah.
What Tom did was he fast forwarded everything. Once I gave him the remote, he fast forwarded everything, and then during the commercials, he just stared at his phone. And then, I'm just
I
like,
would switch to another game and go watch, get a
just
score
like
from that game.
he just lost interest.
It was the 8 o'clock game. It was the only game on.
Well, you didn't clarify that in the.
It wasn't the 8 o'clock game.
No,
it was the
it
4 o'clock game.
But usually there's one televised at 4
See,
o'clock.
when the pastor starts lying to try to prove his
Terrible.
point, it's
Terrible.
just
You
it's
totally
you don't want to
got
see
me.
that. You don't want to see
Let me
that.
add that to my prayer list. Let me
You
put
don't want to
on
see
the
that
list
when
real
the
quick
pastor
here.
starts.
Totally blew that all up.
But yeah,
There's only one game at 4 o'clock.
no, there's like 3.
Televised?
DirecTV, NFL Sunday Ticket.
I don't know how to use your ticket stuff.
Yeah, if it's regular, it's usually whatever time that you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So just
So
one.
So Tom,
For normal
all
people.
I'm saying is, Tom,
yeah.
Hey yo, how are you?
you don't like the way I watch the games because you don't like the my use of technology when I'm watching a game. Is that what you're
It's the
saying?
excessive use of technology.
Thank you, Sean.
Okay.
I think that I'm just taking it from
no,
outside.
no worries.
looking in.
But this is from the guy who couldn't push the silence button on an iPhone.
It wasn't a button.
we all know that.
So Tom, here's the deal. When you come over, don't come over for a Jets game. I'm going to watch that my way. And here's the other thing that you don't understand. The Eagles have been good since I was a teenager. The Eagles have been good. So you guys, you see a good, fun play. And you're like, I'm not going to watch that again because another one's going to be down the pipe here in about 3 minutes. When I, as a Jets fan, see a good, fun play, I back that thing up like 48 times because that's the only good play of the game.
That's the truth.
And we're
So
gonna-
48 times.
And we're going to start our game at back that thing up. Let's go.
So, okay, just to be clear, though, I was right? Because it seems like Tom said I was wrong, Elijah said I was wrong, and Sean said I was wrong. So I think I was right. Because there's that thing of like, if the whole world thinks you're wrong, then you must be doing something right.
Yeah, 3 wrongs make a right.
That's what I heard.
It's
But
bad.
But one right don't make a left.
I'll be honest with you. The other day,
3 do.
I think it was Monday Night Football. No, Sunday Night Football. I was watching that game, and I backed up something like 4 or 5 times, and I was like, I could see how this could be annoying.
So you made us go through all of that to say that.
I'm also
And-
a Jets fan in Pennsylvania. I'm used
and
to
if-
watching games by myself.
If during his rewind or fast forward he catches a funny phase, then it's the pause.
Oh yeah.
Then it's the pause of just talking
Did
about
you see the
his
frame?
face.
Were you there for the frame advance? Any of that? Because then I'll go frame by frame too.
Yeah.
You know what was the funny face? Harper when Hoskins hit that homer. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt you.
I don't know who either of those guys are.
It's okay.
All right, we got a game.
I
I think Tom's in charge of the game.
Oh, we're gonna do the cards. We can do the. We can do Have I Ever? Never Have I Ever.
Yeah, we're gonna do that for a couple minutes before we end here.
All right. Never have I ever had an imaginary friend.
What do you mean had?
Is Luke here with you?
Always. Always. I mean, Force Ghost Yoda's not supposed to be here right now?
What did he just call him?
Force Ghost Yoda?
Forrest Gump.
Forced. Dude, I got these Invisaligners last week. I still can't talk yet. With
You
them.
haven't really? I didn't even notice.
Yep.
Are you talking about the Yoda from the little cabin in the forest?
In Dagobah?
The Mega system. No, I've never had an imaginary friend. Chill, Grogu. No.
Nope. No,
No,
never.
no.
And what about you?
No,
Okay.
you don't believe me, do you?
No.
I don't either.
Not for a minute. All right, we're gonna add a second prayer for Tom on the list. Betty, I need a ruling on this.
I so don't.
All right, here's a good one. Never have I ever been on TV or the radio.
I'm watching myself on TV right now.
I've been on TV
Okay, well,
We have a podcast.
this
station.
is
several times.
it's TV or radio. It doesn't say podcast.
I once directed a Jets
Potato,
TV
potato.
show.
Yeah.
The remote.
Yes, I've been on TV quite a few times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. What's for one occasion?
Where he grew up, they used to televise when they arrested people.
I used to sit in the cabin in the woods and play banjo when I was a kid, and they used to televise it.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I when I was in high school, I worked at the local cable station. So I did like 3 or 4 different TV shows.
Just name one. What did you do?
I can't remember. It was like 20-something years ago, man. Like, I got an old V8, like an old 8, Hi-Fi 8
Really real.
that we can play.
We'll bring it in. That'll be episode 115.
One of my shows.
What about you? And radio?
Like I did an interview on a radio, like at a contest thing, like at a Naval Air Station one time on the radio.
No,
Does that count? Like you're asking? I'm just.
I don't know, man. I'm just getting the questions off the
Question-
internet. It doesn't really have.
Yeah, Shane thinks I was on Cops a few times. You might have been. I don't know.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Probably quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Quite a
You
few.
probably only remember a couple.
New Orleans was a good one. That was-
Yeah. I'm surprised you remember that one.
Quite a few times on TV and on radio. TV, sports. One, I saw myself on ESPN one year when the Sixers was going to the playoffs.
Oh, I thought you were going to say.
Were you eating the horse
And
poop?
no.
Okay.
Throwing
And
batteries.
the horse? What?
Horse poop.
Oh,
and
That's what you got to get ready with if the Phillies win. You got to eat horse poop. You didn't know that?
no, I'm not. I'm doing that.
That's what Phillies fans do. That's what real fans
I'm not
do.
a fan of you.
Not a real one.
That's when you jump off the bandwagon. Nope, that was enough for me. Thanks.
And I got interviewed by Channel 6 the year the draft was here in Philly. I was on the news for that. And radio, I had a radio show myself in college, and I called The Fanatic one time, answered a question for Mike Missinelli, and won Sixers tickets.
When I was a teenager, I used to call in and request songs. So
That
yeah,
counts. It's on
I
the
was on a
radio.
couple of times.
I guess that counts.
Also called into a couple of sports talk stations.
Yeah.
Got really nervous.
Yeah.
Little did I know that one day I'd be on one of the podcasts in Royersford.
There's more?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But we are the Royals for podcast.
No, we are A.
Oh, A. We got A. That's right.
We got A,
yeah.
which I think is A is a top
Yeah,
rating.
That is.
What else you got?
We got mentioned.
Were you ever on the radio or TV?
So when I was little, I was on a game show in Puerto Rico
Did you win?
on TV. I did. I won a Hulk. I'm not a Hulk. A He-Man and Skeletor figure.
Okay.
And yeah, it was kind of cool. And I actually used to help my dad with the news at a Spanish radio station, a Christian Spanish radio station in Phoenixville. WYIS.
A Hulk and a Skeletor.
WYIS.
He-Man.
So you used to
Radio
a He-Man.
Siete.
you used to like read news stories?
No, I used to prepare them from. It was back in the day when they had the AP just kept printing news, and you would just
A He-Man and a Skeletor.
He-Man and a Skeletor figure. Yeah.
Well, by the power of grace,
Why the power of Grayskull? He-Man.
you get Battle Cat.
Next.
No. Never have I ever been told I was spoiled.
No, not once.
Nope.
Never.
Never.
No.
Yeah, I've never been told that either.
I don't believe that.
The way
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't believe that either.
Dude.
Spoiled?
Oh, honey, I got a cold. Can you
Oh.
go get me? Yeah. Oh.
Oh, you know what? I had, yeah, actually,
Where are you?
you know what? You're 100%. I have been told
I don't know why he was the Godfather.
At this point, I'm just making check marks next to Tom. We'll just tally them up at the end.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah, I can't believe that's so true. My wife has been told
You
me
were
that
thinking
quite
about like when you were a kid.
Yeah, I was thinking when I was a kid. I didn't realize as an adult my wife would be telling me that I'm spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
Look, he's looking for some of the question that's not going to affect him.
Yeah, he's trying. Like, this is gonna bite me in the butt. I can't. Nope. Can't talk. Nope. We're not doing
Yeah,
that.
he's skipped over like 8. So.
He went on a whole new list of questions. He's like,
Never have I ever punched a wall out of anger.
Oh, absolutely.
oh, multiple times
Holes and holes and holes.
for days. For days.
I have not.
Yeah, me neither.
Telephone pole one time.
Me neither. I wouldn't do something like that.
You just turned into Hoffa. We'll just
I just,
mumbles from Big Tracy.
you're passing over a lot of good
Big Boy
ones.
did that.
Am I? Like, which ones are good? This one? Never have I ever named a stuffed animal.
Is there a problem with that? Did that last week.
Yeah. I got a teddy bear that poops. I named it Sean.
That's a good name.
That's a good name.
You squeeze it, it poops. I named it Sean.
Squeeze me, I'll poop right now.
Well,
No, never.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
No.
Never have I ever gone on a blind date.
That I've never done, actually. Nope.
I'm still convinced my wife is blind.
Well,
Have I ever? Yeah, I played wingman a couple. Yeah. Yeah.
I got a story about that one.
I told you it was a good question.
I've been on one, and she told me to go over her house and pick her up, and it was one of those where I saw the picture.
Future picture?
But past pictures, right?
Like
so
more
she
than
opens
5
the
years?
door.
He drove 2 miles
she
into
op-
the woods.
She opens the door and she looks out because and I'm like, wow, she's
Is your
really
daughter
pretty.
here?
And then she opens the door up and I see the rest of her. And
wow. That's all right. We got 2 check marks for that.
I got back in my car actually and took off.
There's another check mark. Let's just rack them up.
I couldn't believe it. And then I got home and I'm like, I guess she was sending me pictures when she was like, I don't know.
Tom, look, Tom. I love to pray for you, brother, but I don't know that I have that much spiritual power to pray for all that tonight. I'm just saying.
Yep, that's the last question.
Yep, we'll call that a night.
I mean, I'm not going to say you did anything wrong.
I mean, what was I supposed to do? I literally went like this and turned around and walked back to my car.
So did you walk or run?
Oh my god.
Did you walk or run?
He skipped. Let's be honest, he skipped.
Your mom is gonna beat you. She is gonna beat you.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, my chest hurts so bad.
Hey, I'm just being honest.
I love it.
You know,
I got nothing. I have no problem with anything.
talk.
you just said.
It was one of those things where she's opening the door and she just kept opening it, and I didn't see any space. It just kept opening.
Good. So
Listen, I'm a small dude.
I got it. I don't think they got it.
No, I have no idea what I just said.
This guy's always is something else. Always is something else. It's like we have two podcasts in one room.
He was talking into the mic. Nobody heard him.
No, I heard him.
You got it?
Yeah, I heard him. I didn't get it, but I heard him.
I'll explain.
So you-
after this.
Heard what? What I said?
I got to give myself a check mark for that one.
Did you hear him, Lisa? Oh my god.
All right, this has been episode 114.
What'd you say?
We'll talk about it after the show.
Yeah.
Oh my chest hurts so bad.
It wasn't bad song for you.
Before we go to prayer, announcement for next week. We're going to be switching times of the show. From 7. We're now going to be in the. We got a little bit of drive time. We got promoted at the radio station, as it were, and we're going to be starting at 6:30 now. We're going to go to 6:30 to 7:30. Get a little more drive time slot. Yeah.
Also talking about Jesus' baptism next week, which should be a really good topic.
Tom's gonna tell us about some more of his dates.
Jesus.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Listen,
I will never forget that day.
all I'm gonna say is, thank you. I needed that so bad. I'm gonna save that clip. And I'm gonna just put it.
Hey, I'm like, hey.
That's
And she's
gonna
like,
be, that's gonna be my alarm. That's gonna be my alarm. And then the rest. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Sean takes away. I can't.
Podcast Addict, Apple iTunes,
Just picture.
Apple.
You ever see the movie Robots?
No.
All right, let's do this. Father God. Sometimes I question why you brought us together, Lord. But anyway, here we are. We're having fun, and we're trying to do it for you, Lord. And we are so thankful you gave us an opportunity to do this for you. Lord, there was so much going on. you know where everything is. I mean, you know where we're at. Right now, look for perseverance, Lord. Just get us through the tough situations, Lord, because there's a lot of them going on right now. So help guide us with the best way possible. Bring us through according to your plan, Father. For Betty and the cold she's going through, would help heal her up, get her past that, get her through it. She's had a few things going on, so let's get her past this one, Lord. Get her back on her feet, get her stable, get her going again. Father, I just want to thank you. I've been going through it for the last few months, and I'm finally starting to see where you're at. And
Thank you, Lord.
I see where I'm supposed to be. Where you're at. You've made it very clear to me what I should be doing and where I should be going. So I just want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for these guys. I love them so much, Father. They've been there, even though I'm not. I don't reach out. I don't talk. I'm not easy to deal with that stuff. But they haven't given up on me, so I appreciate that, Lord. So I just want to pray right now for this podcast, for my brothers, for my sister Lisa, for everybody involved in this right now. I want to pray that right now we've made a decision to recommit. So open a sense of revival, open a sense of newness, open a sense of what's next that you want us to do, Father. We've gone through a few seasons here. And so what's next for us? What's our next season? I think we're all in an anticipation for what's to come next. So, Father, help continue to guide us, help continue to give us topics, help continue to bring those that need to hear whatever it is you need to hear, whatever you need them to hear, Father. Keep bringing them on, let them see what we're saying for you. And, just let everybody be safe getting home, let everybody be safe traveling to come to the show. And I just want to thank you for everything you've done, Father, and can't wait to what we get to do next. So I ask all these things in the precious name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Amen, amen, amen. So sometimes you just have to, when things are going on in your life and you have to figure out a way to regroup, we're always heavy on fellowship with each other. And so this episode here, to be bluntly honest with you guys, was more about us and having fun and getting back reacquainted and getting, we had a production meeting before the show on where where the Lord really wants the podcast going. So next week we're going to get back into the regular fun and then dig into the Bible. But this episode we needed it to be fun. We needed to just hang out, laugh, and get back into the swing of things. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. And we love you guys all so much. You guys are one of the big reasons why we do this. But we needed to do the fellowship between us, just hang out, have fun, laugh, in order for us to move on. Because we almost talked about doing this maybe once or twice a month. And we decided, you know what? No, we're going to do it on a weekly basis, regardless of what happens. Let's just get in there today. Let's get it started. Let's have fun. And the reason I'm saying that is because sometimes in your life, when you're going through something hard, you just need to backtrack a little bit, kind of just relax, kind of find yourself, kind of have, breathe, and then God is able to move on. So I just wanted to explain exactly what was going on today. We love you guys. God bless. We'll see you next week at 6:30.
And absolutely. And remember, sometimes when Satan's opening the door, you just got to turn around and run away. Love you guys. Have a good one. See you next time for 115. Enjoy this music by Tracks on Tracks Productions.
I did the beat.